Hello and welcome everyone. Now yesterday I used this stamp set for a hop video, but today I'm going to use the fishing stamp and just create a quick card. So I've just got a scrap of white and I'm just going to get my little fishing scene and I'm going to get my little sentiment. There's always time for one more cast, I think is what it says, or something to that effect. And we'll get it laid down on there. And I'm going to bring in my Memento black ink and do some stamping because I'm going to use my alcohol markers. And it will work nicely with my alcohol markers. So I'll just get this inked up. Oh, and I think I drop this ink pad a couple times and make a mess with it. So I'm going to grab a paper towel and clean it up. And I'm just going to clean around there. I always do that whenever I make a mess, just so I don't risk getting any on. I dropped it again. I'm just fumble fingers today for some reason. And we'll get that pressed down. And it inked up fairly well, but I'm going to go ahead and do it one more time, just to make sure it's good and crisp. Now, I did this on Sunday, the day before Memorial Day, and I did a lot of crafting, but none that I videoed. I was helping my youngest daughter create some bachelorette party materials, and so we were doing a lot of Cricut work. I had my sister and her there together, and we were just cutting a bunch of Cricut things out and creating stuff. And then finally after they left, I decided I'd make a card. So I'm bringing in my alcohol markers. I've got some oranges for my kitty, some greens for my tree, and some blues for my water. And I don't know, I'm just into an orange kitty for some reason. So I'm just gonna use my markers and color this up pretty quick. There's not a lot of area to color, so it's not really too hard. I do try to add a little bit of dimension to my kitty by using the 3 tones. I do that with all 3 colors that I use. I just brought in 3 different tones so that I could add a little bit of dimension. And I think I'll just speed this up and finish my coloring, and then we'll come back. Okay, so I've got all of the coloring done with the markers that I'm going to do. And it is kind of plain. And I'm thinking I'll bring in a couple of my blending brushes and maybe blend the bottom into the water and maybe make the top look like almost like a sunset with the orange in the sky. So that's what I'm going to do. And I've just got what's left on my blending brush of my orange, and I'm going to use what's left of my blue on my blending brush. And then I think I go ahead and grab, I'm going to cut it down, but I think I go ahead and grab some my inks and ink it up just a little bit more to make it blend. So I'm just going to cut it down to something that I know will fit better on my A2 size panel. And this is where I decide I need to grab some inks and add a little heavier blending to it. So I'm taking a minute to grab my marigold and my stormy sky, and we'll just kind of darken it up a little bit. And I think I do cut it down again. I'm just trying to make the scene look a little bit more cohesive. It's not exactly right, but I think it'll work. I'm going to get the blue off of my desk, and then we'll go with the marigold. And just darken that up. And I like that a little bit darker. I think it looks nicer. I think that looks all right. All right, now we're ready to build our card. I'll get this ink cleaned up off my desk here. And I've decided that I'm going to cut it down again. I just wanted to get some of that extra blue off that side. I just thought it would look a little bit better. And then I'll take a little bit off the top. I'm just trying to decide where I want to land with my size. So I think it's cute. It's a cute little scene. I think it'd be cute for a little Father's Day card if you've got somebody that fishes. We've actually got a friend that my husband fishes with a lot, and his birthday is in the end of June, near my birthday, and I think this would be a cute card for him. So I might just put happy birthday on the inside of it, and then this will be his card. I think it'll be fun. So we'll just get this glued down. So we had our cookout yesterday for the Memorial holiday, and we had, traditional American food. We had hamburgers and hot dogs and brats on the grill, and we had some baked beans and pasta salad, and we had strawberry shortcake for dessert. And we had some friends and family over and just had a relaxing day before the storm came in. I'm going to use this Pink and Main plaid paper. I think it's fun. And I'm just going to flip through here and see if there's anything else I like better. But ultimately, I'm going to go with that green and orange because I've got those colors in my scene. So we'll just put all this away, and we'll just go with that green and the gold. So in Indiana, we have the Indianapolis 500, which is a big deal. And, of course, it got delayed because the storm came right at the time that it needed to start. And so we were then able, I think they actually allowed us to watch it on TV. They black it out for us in Indiana. Even they're supposed to not block it out when it's sold out. And I think they had, I don't know how many people there, but we were still blocked out early in the day. But since the rain came and it stormed pretty heavily, I think a lot of people evacuated the track, so then we were allowed to watch it. So I don't know why they did that, but anyway. But my son-in-law was working the track. My daughter didn't have to work with him, which she normally does. So she came to our house and we had the cookout. But he had an incredibly long day because the race didn't start on time. It was delayed, and then they had to clean it up. And so I don't know how many hours he worked. But it had to have been 18 or so. I don't know how many hours it was, but it was crazy. But anyway, so I'm just going to get this laid down on these panels, and I think this will make a nice card. I am going to add some bling to it, even though it is going to be a guy's card. I thought it'd be fun to bring in some green enamel dots to tie this pattern paper behind there back into the scene. So I'm just going to grab, first of all, I'm cleaning up some little boo-boos with my colorless marker there. And this is where I'm going to grab some green enamel, some green enamel dots, and just kind of tie that green background panel into my card. So yeah, just looking at the green, and I'm going to use the smallest ones and just kind of keep it simple. And I kind of lay these in a different pattern, kind of in a diagonal down the corner there. Just thought I'd do something different. And that'll pretty much finish up this card. I think it's super cute. It was easy and simple, and since I'd had a busy day, it was nice to just do something that I didn't need to think about. I'm just going to bring that plaid back in and put it on the bottom of the inside just to add some interest. I think that's kind of fun along the bottom. I like that plaid paper. We'll just trim it off. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my personalized stamp on here. And usually it works pretty good, but it didn't work good at all on this. So I'm just going to get it lined up and press down and hold. And I didn't stamp very well. And so I'm like, oh, great. So I'm going to bring in just a scrap piece of paper. I have a lot of scraps because we were doing this bachelorette party materials, and we did a lot of printing, and we had some scraps. So I just stamped it real nice and clean down on this sheet of white paper, and I'm going to die cut it out, and then we'll cover up the error that I made. You can almost always find a solution for an error that you've got on your card and fix it somehow. And so I'm just going to lay this on top of it, and then you won't see that it wasn't stamped nicely. And I think that'll finish off a card. So I hope you like it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Take care.